Do you trust your health insurance agent? Do you trust any insurance agent that you've worked with? I may be naive given the fact that I grew up in an insurance family. There was never any question about who you would go to talk to if you ever had a question, problem, or concern about your insurance. A 15-minute visit down to the office, as my family cleverly calls it, and you would be able to get questions answered about your auto, your home, your life, and your health insurance policies. It was that simple. I know that's not the case for most families, and that finding somebody, a trusted source, to handle your insurance needs is a big problem and concern for a lot of people. The reason I bring this up is because what I'm about to tell you, I was stunned, a little shocked, and slightly appalled at this information that came my way just a few short days ago. Kaiser Health News published an article from Colorado Public Radio, which covered results from a consumer focus group designed to help the Colorado State Exchange Board understand what you would need from a health insurance exchange or marketplace to effectively buy coverage. This group surveyed 414 people from 8 rural and urban areas from around the state. The main takeaway from the study was that, well, the federal government and the states are going to have a long way to go to properly building a marketplace online that people are comfortable using. While there are a ton of interesting numbers that were featured in this article, there's one primary one that had me very upset, very passionate, very enraged to some extent as to their findings. That is, 162 people out of the 414 that were polled said that they would absolutely, without a doubt, not trust a health insurance agent or broker to handle or assist them during the search for their health insurance. Absolutely blows my mind. Only 47 said that they would feel comfortable and trust a health insurance broker to help them. 162? That's crazy. That's 39% if you're doing the math at home. That said they would trust any other source to educate them about their insurance needs other than the one profession dedicated to such a task. That's astounding. Well, you're asking yourself, well, why don't these people trust me? Why would they not trust any health insurance agent or broker? There are more health insurance companies that more closely represent a late night TV infomercial scam than an actual insurance company. Well, those agents that work for those companies are selling policies that have very limited coverage, and these people, when in need of such coverage, are finding out that these policies are slightly more effective than a piece of Swiss cheese. They've been bamboozled, hoodwinked. The wool has been pulled over their eyes. And that gives real, honest insurance agents and brokers a bad name. It makes them distrust the whole system. And beyond that, there are a lot of agents who are just not very good at what they do. They don't take the time to understand your needs and what type of policy is going to work best for you. I'll be honest with you, it's not that difficult to become a licensed insurance agent. 1 week of online classes and a 70% or higher on your licensing exam, and you're in. However, what is difficult is becoming a successful, well-respected, experienced health insurance agent or broker. It's what you do after you pass that test, how you familiarize yourself with the day-to-day operations of the insurance companies and their products, and how they relate to you and how they're going to best serve you when you need them most. Well, so if they're not going to trust people like me, who would they trust? I'm glad you asked, because this is ridiculous. The most trusted source that people named, and this is 138 of them, said doctors, nurses, and health facility staff. Are you kidding me? That's like asking a McDonald's employee where to buy quality beef. Sure, he deals with hamburger on a daily basis, but that doesn't mean he knows the first thing about how to raise cattle and process meat. It's ridiculous. Your doctor is good for a lot of different things. They do not deal with health insurance in any capacity that is close to what an independent agent and broker does. It's ridiculous. If that's not bad enough, 80 people said they would feel comfortable using the exchange or marketplace support staff to handle their health insurance needs. Wow. What? Now, I don't want to trample over somebody's job before they even have a chance to do it, but for the federal government to implement a informative and efficient and downright quality support staff, they would need to hire experienced agents, people who have been doing this a long time and know what they're doing. However, I highly doubt that that is in the federal government's budget. That means you're going to have somebody navigating your health insurance choice who has very little invested in you, has very little stake in the game. They're just somebody on the other end of an 800 number that you called, and chances are we'll never talk to again. If you think that's a good idea, I mean, you can, show of hands, but I mean, if you think that's a good idea, there's very little accountability. Well, why should they trust me then? I've gone on this long. Why should you trust me to handle such a decision, or somebody like me, a broker or agent in your area? Well, if you've watched any of the other videos that I've done or spent any time on jingolainsurance.com, it is very clear that my main goal and our agency's main goal is to provide you with the best, most accurate and informative information about your health insurance during that important buying process. In fact, you can actually examine my entire process before you even think about filling out a form or picking up the phone. Everything that I'm going to tell you when you contact me has pretty much been laid out for you. You know exactly who I am, what I stand for, and what I'm going to tell you before you even contact me. So if something feels like it's wrong, you're going to be able to see it a mile away. Basically, it's who we are to some extent. Insurance is our name. Our family has been doing this a long time, more than 50 years. If we screw up your health insurance, chances are I'm going to run into you somewhere around town, in the grocery store, at a community event. I'm going to have to get a tongue lashing about how I have screwed up a serious financial situation for you. Our reputation is on the line. We can't hide behind a big company logo or wait to be replaced by the next insurance agent in line. We have to get it right the first time for you. And at the end of the day, if that's a little too after school special for you, and the whole we're family this and we've been doing it since Eisenhower was in office that, if that doesn't do it for you, at the end of the day, what does matter is that the only thing that I'm doing is for you. That's the only person I work for and have to answer to. Now I need you to do one thing for me. I need you to ask yourself one question. Do you trust your health insurance agent? Well, it doesn't even need to be a health insurance agent. Do you trust any insurance agent that you work with? If the answer is yes, I would encourage you to like this video and share it with somebody who doesn't, so they know that there are people out there that they can turn to when they have problems, questions, or concerns about their health insurance or insurance needs. If the answer is no, I'd like you to leave a comment below on this video and tell me why you don't and who you do instead. If you feel comfortable, please share your experience of when your trust was broken by an insurance agent or broker and how it affected you and or your family. Of course, I am Joey Jingola with Jingola Insurance. Take it easy, everyone.